Outstanding Citizen Award, dedicated and giving. This individual, over a number of years, has given freely of time, talents, and resources to make the Charlevoix area a better place to live. Craig Boss, MD.
To be recognized this way is incredible, and quite frankly, I think it's one of the greatest honors I've ever received. But also humbled and honored, honestly, because of, quite frankly, all the people in our community who are so wonderful at what they do. I love what I do in recruiting, and I really love talking about Charlevoix. But what's interesting, when you look at the physicians who come here, who are interested in working here, and we're looking for a wide variety of different specialties right now, oftentimes they're self-selected. They come to us, which is a beautiful thing. And so already these folks have a sense of they want to be in a small town, and so they have a sense of what a small town is, and they may have been to Charlevoix before, but they haven't really gotten to know Charlevoix. And so when I meet them at the front door, what I see are these eyes that are big as $50, and they're saying, "I didn't know your hospital was on a lake." And I just kind of smile and say, just strap in, I'm going to show you a whole lot more.
He's what we call our corporate cheerleader. He's out there every day, really talking up the hospital, meeting with young residents right out of school, as well as physicians who have been practicing, to sell the community of Charlevoix and to certainly sell this hospital as a place to practice.
When you come here, you're joining a family. And that sounds cliche, doesn't it? You're joining a family. It's true. The doctors seem that way, the nurses seem that way, the administrators seem that way, all of our staff, because everybody's important. There's nobody who's higher than another person, and that's key. And that, quite frankly, that's been developed over time with Lynn Jenks, our CEO, who we're so thankful to have here. That family atmosphere, that culture is developed and talked about. But then the big thing too is that they realize that the family is outside of these doors too. So our community is a family too. I enjoy doing things in education. As our kids have grown, we've been involved in youth groups, other education. Also been really blessed, if you will, to be part of leadership within the church, involved with some coaching with Pop Warner. And then as the kids have moved up into the high school, I like to contribute however I can there. A lot of the things that we do are circled right here in the hospital. This is where I do a lot of my service, and I don't know if it's job or service, it's really blended to me. Through the years, I've been chief of staff and medical executive committee on a variety of committees to help really formulate a vision for the hospital, because that's key. Because as our vision becomes stronger at the hospital, so does the community. Most recently, over my tenure as being the medical director of the hospital, I've been involved with the board. That's been really exciting, because now as part of Munson Healthcare, it's just, the vision is incredible what we have going forward.
He treats people how he wants to be treated, and that's with respect and dignity, and he follows through with that in his everyday relations with people, patients, and outside of the hospital. He has a great sense of humor. He's a very, very smart man. We all know that, and boy, I hate that he's going to hear this from me.
Any fun little anecdotes you want to share?
Oh, that I call him Dr. Talk a Lot.
Dr. Talk a Lot?
Dr. Talk a Lot, but with that, he's also Dr. Listen a Lot. So he listens, he talks. Yeah, he's one of the rare doctors that take extraordinary amount of time with his patients. He is such a big-hearted man.
Catherine Boss, she worked here for just under 100 years. She went to nursing school, came back home, originally from Central Lake. My dad's here from Charlevoix, country boy out south. We live actually on the old farmhouse homestead. So she started out in OB, and then rose to the ranks of med-surg. She was really enjoying her job in the administrative side of the house too, but she always focuses on the fact that she was a nurse first. Eric's my wife of now almost 30 years, which is awesome. I'm so thankful for her. We have 4 kids, Rachel, John, Caroline, and Ben. We've just always enjoyed being here, and that's something, you know, reflecting back to recruiting. When I was born and raised here, I had a gun in one hand and a fishing pole in another. As I grew up, I think I realized, and I think a lot of us realized what we had growing up that we didn't necessarily appreciate until I was gone for a long time when I was in the Army.
He's the classic story of a local boy doing well. His mom was our director of nursing for many years here at the hospital. He went away to the armed services, went away to medical school, came back, and that's a rare story that we can have a young person who is born and raised here, gets their education, and then wants to come back here. After family practice, he got his sleep medicine fellowship. He raised 4 children here, his beautiful wife Erica. So they are part of the fabric of this community and this hospital, part of the family.
Super honored. Like I said, you're kidding me, but I appreciate it.
He is a definite glass is always half full kind of guy.